All right, welcome back into our coverage of Pro Day. Jay and Terry live in the Spurrier Indoor Facility. Again, thanks to Coach Beamer for joining us in a bit. One of his chief lieutenants is the defensive coordinator, Clayton White, and he joins us here at our table in the end zone right now. Always fun to talk to Coach White. Happy Pro Day, sir.
Absolutely.
We'll ask you one of the things we asked Shane. How big a role do you feel like you play for these guys today? Obviously, we know what you've done for them in getting their careers going in college, but today specifically, what is Clayton White's main role?
Well, my main role today is to walk around, first of all, congratulate them for being here, proud of them for the moment, and to really just to show a familiar face, man. Just give them a good smile, give them a good old hug, because I haven't seen some of these guys since the Clemson game or the Notre Dame game. So, just want to, you don't want to get in their head too much. It's just more of a smile and just to give them something to smile about, and then make sure they relax and go have a great day.
Okay, you've seen a few hundred of these pro days in your life. How has this evolved from the first pro day or the first time you were coaching and drafts were coming up and maybe some dude went and ran in the parking lot between cars or something, and now you've got this going on? How has it grown from the early days when you first ran into guys getting ready for the draft?
Wow, that's a good one. I remember my day getting ready for the NFL draft on a pro day, so a lot of
Tell us about yours.
Oh, man.
Let's go yours.
It's too long ago. It was like, I came out in the year 2000. I had a good day. I got picked up as a free agent. I made the team for 3 years, so that was my only chance to showcase. But it was great. But as far as these guys, though, the difference that I see is just really, it's a little bit more media coverage. Obviously, I don't remember a radio station at the pro day. I don't remember a creative media team at the pro day, pictures and cell phones, and I might have been the only one that had a cell phone in 2000.
That little flip job?
I had an Ericsson.
Nice.
Ericsson 98, yeah.
Clayton's making it sound like he wore the Joe Theismann single bar, man.
I know. And
right?
he's like,
at least he didn't say, we had the leather helmet, but just a single bar across. Right. Clayton could still play, but he could clothesline dudes.
He was just.
The rules were different when I played.
That's right. Clayton's like doing Ray Nitschke type stuff.
Absolutely.
I don't really want to ask you about specific dudes. If you want to name somebody, that's certainly fine, Coach. But obviously, you've got a lot of your young men that are out here. But in terms of making a name for themselves, in terms of showing out that little bit more, how important is this? What can they do on a day like this that they haven't yet done?
Like I said, I don't want to keep reminiscing about my pro day, but I am a big advocate of pro days for the guys who didn't go to the combine. Mm-hmm. I think we had 4 guys out here who went, maybe 5. We actually had 5. I'm sorry, but the other guys like the Josh Vans, the Brad, the Brad Johnson, Sherrod Greens, those Nate Atkins, another guy. But it's a great time for those teams to get up close to you, see you, look you in your eyes, see what kind of person you are, and just get a better feel for you. It's just more up close and personal.
Now, when you did your pro day, what was like before it? Were you like, did you have the butterflies? Were you like, I'm gonna go show out and show? And were you excited? Were you aggressive? What was running through your head before you walked out here and started doing all that back in the? Can you remember that far back, Coach?
That's so far, man. I just remember it's a very similar to a game. You know what I mean? In regards of just the butterflies and the anxiety and just the excitement to get out there and just go perform. And you have to treat it like a game because it really is. It's a big interview. And I hope these guys are relaxed. You also got to be relaxed. You also got to be yourself. You can't all of a sudden today try to do something different. It's not today.
Well, I think you might have just hit it. Is today really more about the person? I mean, the film is the film, right?
Yep, the film is the film.
So, these are like, what kind of person will you be if we had you as part of our group?
It's definitely it's a lot of that. Like you said, the film can't change. That's already on the server, and they can't change that. But now there may be something just a little bit more close they may want to see you do up and close and see you performing on a stage again, too. So it's an opportunity to see who cracks under pressure, if there is any pressure or things of that nature.
And one of the things that we don't talk enough about because we're so in 40 time or a vertical leap or all this. Mm-hmm. This thing called football IQ from the neck up, Coach. Last time I heard it's kind of important.
Yes.
So, I mean, to that point, even with these guys for a pro day, or you when you're recruiting high school players, how much do you sit around and go about the football IQ and the from the neck up type of things that go on in someone's cranium compared to the physical gifts? How much do you sit and look at all that?
We do that a lot, you know what I mean, as much as we can in regards of like when we get around the guys in recruiting. Now, I will say, the only thing they show for you guys out in the world, they show you guys the drills, but these guys have extensive interviews. I mean, we had a guy in here last night who went through three teams, came up here and interviewed him last night. just from a football, they'll put in 4 defenses and make you spit it right back. So they're doing a good job of doing the investigation on the IQ part, and we do the same.
Talking to Gamecock defensive coordinator Clayton White. We are here at Carolina Pro Day 2023. Jay and Terry with you. Going back to, again, this is fun now that you've brought it up, and let us go. But even with today,
he's so regretting you brought up his pro day. Look at his face.
That's what happens when you do talk radio, Coach. You should have known that. No, but seriously, was there something for your own? Like, man, I wish I could have done that. And is there something else drill wise that these guys might benefit from, or are these basic 40s and verticals enough from a physicality standpoint to let teams understand?
I mean, I wish there was a way that you can, without getting hurt, we always want to be safety first, is that you see that guy go against if you're a D tackle, I want to see him go against our offensive tackle today in front of the scouts. If you're a corner, Van and Cam, line up one-on-one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this right now in front of these scouts without anybody getting hurt. I think that would be cool because some of these guys play faster and look faster when they're competing versus training. Those are 2 different worlds. Yeah. And to me, in order to run the 40, you have to train with a track coach, not a football coach. The same guy that's doing your linebacker drills can't be the one teaching you how to run the 40. Right. That's the difference in the 2 worlds.
I always thought, and I know they can't do it, but I thought, okay, forget this 40, in your underwear and track spikes. Get your gear on, have 11 angry people chase you for 40 yards and see how fast you run. What do you think, Coach?
I think that the times will change. They will go up or down depending on that situation for sure.
Why did that guy only run 34 yards? Well, he got caught.
If there was one drill, I mean, one of these things in what we call the Underwear Olympics that you think is such nonsense, which one is it?
The 60-yard shuttle.
Okay.
To me, I think there's no reason for it to be getting exploited for no more than 10 seconds. Football plays last 5 or 6 seconds. Anything above that, I think that's pushing the envelope.
Yeah. Are there any teams, and I'm not asking you to single out, so don't worry about that, but are there teams that take these events, dare I ask, more seriously than others? But have you ever gotten a sense that some teams come in here all business, and and some might be a little more relaxed about trying to learn what a young man has inside him?
Well, they do a great job, but they also find ways to do it, under the radar. So we don't get to really see how much they investigate these kids. But I would say some teams, the teams that are under the radar, those are the ones that probably like the kids the most because they don't want other teams to know they're going to take them. But I think most of these teams do a great job. We see these scouts throughout the year, so it's not our first time seeing these guys. So we know these guys, most of them pretty well, just from a work basis. But they try to be secretive, but they're not. The players tell us everything anyway. So. Yeah.
Okay, you got this thing called spring practice. I've heard of this. The spring practice thing you have going on. All right, and obviously you have new faces, and the way this world is today, there's a little bit more turnover than there used to be, Coach. Is there any one particular position group you're keeping an extra eye on in the spring, or is it just, no, man, we're just watching the whole defense, or is there anything you're kind of focusing in on because it's going to tell you a little something about what you have to do moving forward after the spring?
Well, I don't know why I've been saying this the past couple of days, but this is the most exciting I've been for a spring footballer since I've been coaching.
Really?
And I don't know the reason why. It's because I think every year is something different, and I'm excited just to watch these guys go. It's a new group, so that's the challenge as coaches is coaching new guys and putting in new things and getting these guys now to become better. I think that's what I'm most excited about. I'm still trying to figure out why am I so hyped for spring ball.
Last thing for you today, and we'll hear from you during spring ball over the next month, certainly. You scouted up and schemed up, rather, defenses to go against Will Levis and Anthony Richardson. They're both up there right now. Anthony is really climbing. A lot of it is about an event like this, though. I'm not asking you to critique where he might be, but you've seen those young men. So when you look at their next level potential now, what do you see most?
Well, those are 2 really good quarterbacks. Let's start there. There's only been a couple players in my coaching career where I didn't want that guy to play. And Anthony Richardson was one of those guys. I was like, I hope he doesn't play, because I just felt like he was just that much of a really good athlete and good quarterback. The other guy, it was a fast receiver from Cal back in the day, played at Philadelphia, Deshaun Jackson. I was the DB coach, and then the other guy was Tavon Austin, the punt returner from special teams coach.
Yes.
Those are 3 guys in my coaching career I did not want them to play that day. So my point is, Anthony Richards, to me, I'm watching him grow on the board and watching how he's throwing it. And like you're saying, that is this is all in this stage. But if I'm a team, I'm drafting him. If I have a veteran quarterback to teach him and see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Coach admitted there's 3 dudes.
Yeah.
3 dudes.
I wanted to see pull a hammy, not to get hurt, just a little twing,
just a
twinge.
fingernail or something, something. Not, I was
for that
hoping they
day.
didn't play.
And when it comes to when it comes to you can always I ain't gonna say that to Clayton.
I'm not gonna do the what was the gym the
Galooly. You're not going to do the Galooly.
No, the girl who ice skater.
Yeah, the Jeff Galooly was the guy that hit her with Tanya Harding. You're not going to take a pipe to anybody, but you're
That's what I was going to say.
How about a high fever?
High fever, just a sore throat. Just a sore throat.
I'm picturing Clayton with a pipe, hanging out waiting for Richards.
Clayton's savvy enough to know you got to get somebody to
Get somebody else to do it.
Oh my hire God. Somebody. And on Levis, all the tools they say, and has played for NFL coaches in terms of what they were doing at Kentucky. Is he more ready, in your opinion, perhaps, and with Anthony needing that seasoning, or what do you see from Levis?
I like Will Levis. Will Levis beat us the first year. He did not play the second year,
right?
But he didn't play the second year. But like I said, it's a big difference between those two when it comes to just the ceiling. But I think if a team needs someone to step in 2023 to win 8 games, start half the games, the safer bet will be Will Levis. But if I'm building something and I'm trying to keep my dynasty rolling down the line, I'm probably gonna look at AR.
Yeah. How excited are you as a DC to have Dow come in with a lot of his NFL stuff and go against you guys in the spring?
You know what? I've been blessed when it comes to just being around coaches to make me better and coaches who kind of get the best out of me and kind of push me. They don't know they're doing it. And I got a feeling he's going to be one of those dudes based on we had a little mock practice today. He tried to trick me today in a mock practice. And it kind of woke me up, which I love that part because I was like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. And it was literally we have a lot of new faces on our team,
right.
Players and staff, so we do a mock practice so they know where to go in the fields. And we go out there and we line up, offense versus defense. So just the coach being going to say, all right, guys, offense over here, defense over there, just an instruction. Mm-hmm. Dow tried to trick me today.
You tried to okey dokey? Well, then you went, oh, it's on. Okay, boy, it's on.
It woke me up and it got me excited, but it also let me know what's in his head. It's kind of very similar to me, so I'm excited, man. I love the guy, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Like I said, he has 15. I don't know how many years in NFL, so I'm gonna get a chance to go against that.
Right.
So that's gonna make us better as Gamecocks, and I think that's the best part.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Always fun to have.